Hi everybody, it's Laurel here, and in New Jersey at long last. I flew home on Friday. We did have some delays, but I made it home, and I've taken the weekend to recuperate, and I'm not quite there yet, but I do go through a bit of jet lag once I make that trip, West Coast to East Coast. So I've been able to go through my mail, and I wanted to share with you in this video a couple of things that I purchased that were waiting for me when I got home, that I have tried so far and that I really like. So a little while ago on, I believe it was Flowers to Flourishes, they had an Amy Tangerine stamp for sale. And what was interesting about this stamp is that it's a calendar stamp. So I'm going to show you pretty closely how it works. I've been searching for a calendar stamp for a long time, and this one is pretty good because the numbers are in a stack, and you can see kind of individually. This is the days of the week, this would be the month, and then separate from that you get this little case that has your 29, 30, 31. It also has some little icons like a star, a heart, a check mark, and like an asterisk. And it comes in this little tiny case, so when you're going through things, you can just put it right on there. So I thought I would stamp it and show you what it looks like. It's very small. This is just a scrap piece of card I have. Oop. Oh, seems I need to re-ink my Cezanne. That's okay. Let me just grab my archival pad so it will definitely show up. Okay, so I set it up for February. This is the size of an A2 card, so that gives you an idea of the size of it. It's not very big, easy to change, and I think that will be a great addition. It was very inexpensive. I think the entire set was under $5. Like I say, it was made by Amy Tangerine, if you can see that. And when you go to make a change, this lid just comes off. And say I wanted to change the month. All you do is you lift up and pull it out. And that sits in there on the grooves pretty nicely. And that's how you would switch it. I think this could be handy for making like a desk calendar at Christmas time, or if you wanted to include it on a card, it definitely fits. You could set up the calendar, stamp it on your cardstock, and then circle the date for a birthday card. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun using that. And I like it because it's small and pretty easy to use. So take a look for that. And then the only other thing I bought, Blitsy had a sale about a month ago, I guess, on some Adhesive Tech glue items. So the first thing that I got was this Adhesive Tech Fine Line glue. Now, the claim is that you can write with this. So if you wanted to, it has a very, very fine point. So as you're putting down your glue, you can write with it. Then you could glitter or whatever you want to do. It's clear, it dries clear. So that was one of the glues that I got. The other one was this Gloodle system, and this is the packaging for the refill. And I'm going to bring it close to the camera to show you. You see those pictures? Okay, those are the 4 tips that came with it. A very long one, a short one, kind of a medium broad, and then a full broad. And then this piece is the refill, okay? This gun, it is rather large, it takes a little getting used to, but in order for it to accept that full glue and utilize the plunger system, it has to be a little bit large. So it's kind of like when you got your ATG and you have to get used to it. I made some cards yesterday and I did utilize this quite a bit. I find that this is Tacky Craft glue. This is the one I selected. They had a couple different kinds, but I find it to be a very creamy glue. And I just have a corsage pin down the front. And here's some colored cardstock scrap. So with this tip, you do get a very fine line. It comes out very easily, and I'll show you that. I used it while I was making cards. I found it was pretty easy to set up. I like the consistency of the glue. It's very creamy. It dries relatively fast. It doesn't dry as fast as, say, Scotch Quick Dry, but it dries faster than, say, Aleene's Tacky Glue. And the creaminess is in between the two of them. I thought this would be very useful to have another glue alternative. But like when you're making mini albums and whatnot, and say you want to get something in the cracks, that would really allow you to do that. The refill and the actual glue gun itself. The glue gun itself was, I want to say, about $8, and then the refill was just about $5. Under $5, as I recall. So I recall paying under $12 for the whole thing. But this refill it's 2 fluid ounces, is what it says. And I happen to have a Scotch Quick Dry here, and that's 2 fluid ounces. So it was a little less expensive than buying the Quick Dry, which for me, I often have times finding Quick Dry at my local craft store. I like it a lot, but sometimes it's difficult to come by. So there's all the pros about the Adhesive Tech Gloodle. The cons. It's a lot bigger than I thought. They also don't have a cap to place on after you put your tip on. They don't have a cap that you can place over it, so you do have to kind of put a pin in there. I haven't tried, once I've got the glue going, I haven't tried to like switch the tips. They do give you a cap that comes on the original glue, which is this. So perhaps I could take this off and then just cap it, but kind of once I get it set up, I just want to be able to use it relatively quickly. So the distraction for me is the size and the lack of a cap for the once you have one of your tips on. But other than that, I think it works really well. I like the precision of it. It's an easy pullback. It's not difficult to manipulate at all. So those were the things that were waiting for me once I got home, and I was really anxious to use this, and I found it to work quite well. So you might want to check that out if you're a wet glue person, or you wanted to try that. I had seen this at a scrap show several years ago and thought, that might be something. I used it yesterday as an alternative to hot glue, basically, and I'm going to shoot a video next to show you that the cards I completed utilizing it. Overall, I liked it, and I have enough space to store it, so that might be an option for me that might not be for some other people. So thanks for watching, and keep your eye on Blitsy and places like that for these kind of specialty items that you might not find every other place. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.